guys, welcome again to Real Estate Investment Made Simple with Grace Offray. In my last episode, I was talking about the off plan, and I said I'm going to tell you some of the things you should look out before you take that decision. This could actually be some disadvantages when trying to buy an off-plan project. I know there is no better feeling than buying a property with huge discounts and also buying a property below market value, and that you can find or get when buying an off-plan project. But let's talk about the disadvantage. One, I tell you that there are some major disadvantage. That's it's an off-plan project, but there is something you can do about it, and that's why I'm letting you know before you take that decision. Some of the major factors that prevent investors from buying an off-plan project is they cannot physically inspect this project. It's off-plan, you know. Off-plan means that this project is not ready. You are buying it off construction table. So you cannot physically inspect the project. So when taking that decision, you must be sure that you have looked at the plan and discover what the square meter is, from the toilet to the kitchen to the bathroom, and it is written in your contract. Because sometimes when these projects are ready, maybe there are major difference in size or minor difference. So if it's written on the contract, you are guided, because even if there is a difference, because the developer knows that these things are stated somehow on the contract, it helps them to ensure that they stick to the contract. There may be little changes there and there, but I think it won't be major if it is stated on the contract. Then number two is you are committing yourself to buying a property which is not completed. So it is not completed, so don't have an open-ended contract. There must be timelines. The developer must be able to specify how long the project is going to take from start to end, how many months or how many years, so you can take an informed decision based on the timelines. But remember that in the contract there's always a grace period. Please try and accommodate it, because there could be unforeseen circumstances. So the grace period should be like maybe 30 to 60 days. So if that is being taken care of, then it's fine, knowing that you actually got this project below market value. So you have to wait, and also you are paying, maybe you are staggering your payments, and if you are paying cash, you will definitely be given a huge discount. So if you put all this together, it's still a good deal, but ensure that it is not an open-ended contract. It means that there are timelines on what, when, and how long it's going to take for this project to be ready. Then, change of design. It's sometimes a deal breaker. Maybe the developer would totally change the design from the design he sold to you when you were purchasing this period. You can actually guide against that by asking for the floor plan, the architectural designs, talking to a portfolio manager. I think I will talk about portfolio manager in my next, why you need a portfolio manager, because investors are always very busy making the money and trusting somebody to help them use the money to produce results for them. Then another thing is that when buying an off-plan project, an investor must ensure that the contract, like I said before, is not open-ended. And this is what I do. I do a lot of off-plan development, and it is a very good deal for an investor. But I cater for investors that want to use this off-plan project for investment, and with that, it is easy for me to stick to timelines, because this is what I do, and this is what I think you can do, or this is the discussion line you should have with your developer in the next off-plan project. Like what I do, this project is for rental income. One, I told you before that you have an advantage, because if you buy an off-plan project, it gives you good benefits when you want to use it for rental income. Your rental income is close to 10% or even more, because you had good discount. Unlike someone that just walks into a property and buys it when it's ready, it's definitely more expensive. So it will impact on your rental income. So because I know that my investors are using it for rental income, and I want to do things differently from every other developer, I do a contract to say, I'll pay you your rent if I default. So there is an estimated rental value to this property. So I say, after my grace period and this project is not ready, I can pay you your rent. And that's stated in an agreement. So what then happens is, it's no longer your business if the project is not ready. So these are some things you should discuss with your developer to say, are you going to pay me my rent if this project is not ready after the grace period? I do a lot of brokerage for some of my investors. Maybe they want to buy a project from another developer. I do not have a project in that location, and these are the questions I ask. And if a developer is not able to do that for me, it's already a deal breaker. It means from day one I can already spot foul play. So if you're able to do that, that will also save you. So I'm telling you things that you can do so that from the beginning to the end of this transaction, there is no disadvantage at all. Then another thing that I also do is to ensure that the project funding is another place you should look at. How is this project going to be funded? So you can ask questions like that. But what I do is I tell all my investors, you know what, I have a project coming up and this project is going to last for 12 months, but wait, just do a deposit. I need 80% of this project to be sold out before I move to site. So I have my own hedge funds in case anybody defaults, but then I want to be 80% sold out before I move to site. So what my investors do then, just to drop deposit, then when it's time for groundbreaking, I call them up and I say to them, oh yeah, bring in your money, we are going to break the ground, and in 12 months this project will be ready. So those are the things I do. So you need to discuss with your developer to find out what's the strategy he or she is putting in place to ensure that this project will be ready within the timelines. If you are able to do this, I tell you, off-plan project is still your best bet, because it's actually going to give you a better return than buying a project that is ready. So like, comment if you want to keep me here, if you want to still see me tell you some things that you need to know before you take that next real estate investment decision. So it is me, and I love you guys. This is Grace Offering.